we are going to look at cosine law, but specifically what happens when you have a missing angle. So when you have a triangle, right? So we're going to have a triangle that looks like this. And it's going to say something like maybe 12, 18, and then we'll call this side like 9. Oops, 9. And let's say we want to know this angle up here. All right, this is our theta. So here's the deal. We have 3 sides and we have no pair. So sine law is out. So the only thing that's going to work for us is cosine law. Now, let's remember what cosine law says. Cosine law says c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c. Well, here's the deal. We have an a. Let's call this a. So we have an a. We have a b right here. We also have a c. However, we're missing this thing, this c. The reason, and this piece is important, the reason that this has to be c is because it is opposite from the missing angle. And we know that the missing angle and its side are the beginning and the end of our equation. So it really matters which one is c. A and B don't matter, but C matters. Okay, so that means we are going to solve for this. We're solving for the cosine of C. It's the only thing I don't know. So I'm going to rearrange this entire equation to get C, cosine of C, alone. That means I'm going to move the A squared over. I'm going to move the B squared over. And then I'm going to move this whole 2ab over also. To do that, let's do a squared first. So we're going to say c squared minus a squared. And then we also need to move the b squared minus b squared. See, can you see right here why it matters which one is c? Because when we subtract, order matters. All right, so I've moved those 2 things, so that's good. So let's see where I'm at now. So now I have equals negative 2ab cosine c. So what needs to happen now, and this might be easier to see if we get rid of our brackets here. Sometimes the brackets help, sometimes they confuse things. Now what we need to do is we need to move this 2ab, and it's multiplying with the cosine of c. So the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2ab. That leaves me with c squared minus a squared minus b squared divided by negative 2ab. And that, my friends, equals the cosine of c. Okay, so now we have established our formula. You should write this down or screenshot this because here is the formula you need to solve for a missing angle. All right, we are going to plug in everything we need. So we're going to say 9 squared minus 12 squared minus 18 squared divided by negative 2 times a, which is 12, times b, which is 18, equals the cosine of c. Okay, so crank this whole thing into your calculator. If you're going to do that, you're probably going to need to put brackets here. So like bracket 9 squared minus 12 squared minus 18 squared bracket divided by bracket negative 2 times 12 times 18 bracket equals. That should give you a number. Okay, so get that in your calculator, and that should equal 0.89. If you are not getting that, you have pushed the wrong buttons, or do it in pieces. You need to get 0.89. Okay, now that equals the cosine of c, so we're not done. We need to find c, which means we're going to use our second function of cosine to find c. So the second function of I should type right, 0.895 is 26.5 degrees. And that means we're done. So let's review the really important things here. When you find yourself in this situation and you're given all of the sides, if your triangle is not labeled, you need to make sure that you label it correctly. Your missing angle, whatever that is, needs to be C. So if we can make this interchangeable just like we had before. So remember we said C squared plus A squared plus B squared minus 2ACAB cosine C. Same deal. Once this is rearranged, so we rearranged it to look like this. Negative 2AB equals the cosine of C. So just like before, if we need to, let's say we're looking for B, we can swap out C for B, but that B has to go in the right spot. So we could make this B squared, minus A squared minus C squared over negative 2AC equals the cosine of B. So again, you kind of have this like first and last situation going on. And then do that again with A squared if you need to. Minus BC equals the cosine of A. So if you find that you need to redo this for a different letter, you can either just relabel your triangle, or you can rework your equation, but make sure you swap everything out correctly. Okay, I hope that helps. Good luck.